Good morning, everyone, and welcome to this webinar. Now, let me give a small introduction about myself and what we do from our trading desk. I'm Vaishali Parekh, and I'm heading the technical research desk. I have been with Prabhudas Leeladhar for the past over 15 years, and now I will tell you as to what type of trading strategies we generate from our end. So basically, we try to give you investment ideas whereby we can help you generate at least a return of 10 to 15%, and in good times even about 20 to 25%. So there are some technical picks that we have been giving. There are some positional buys that we have been giving. So technical picks and all, which last for the validity of that trading strategy, is for a month or two, and positional trade, depending on the rate of return that we are giving, it varies from a period of 15 days to 35 to 40 days. And along with that, we also cater to intraday traders, BTSTs, that means buying today and selling tomorrow. And we every evening we come out with our technical report, which gives you a synopsis as to how the day was and what we foresee for the next day. So in the morning, we have our con call, whereby taking into consideration all the foreign markets as to how the behavior is. And on basis of that, we have our own projection, seeing the SGX Nifty. And in the morning, we come out with our con call, whereby which stocks we prefer, what sectors we prefer. You have to have that idea before your day starts. So that is how we help you to go through the day. Now, there is a slideshow that I have prepared to tell you as to what the scenario is. Today's topic is how to fish out the market bottoming out or topping out with the help of our indicators. So our technical desk, how we generate calls is by the study of charts. So, and charts, of course, it is through candlestick or a line or a bar chart. With the help of a few indicators, we come with the future price projections. So here we start with our slide. Now, this is our index Nifty, which is currently, how do we say, is it in a trend, or is it in an uptrend, or is it in a downtrend? So we verify this. This is the chart projection as to where we are right now and what is likely to happen in days to come. Now, seeing to run you through for the past 1 year what has happened. The minute there was a fear of pandemic last year in the month of February, March, there was panic all over. But well, when the index had come towards the 7,000 levels, but well, we were ready to come out with all the trading strategies at that level. Why so? Because our indicators gave an idea that the worst is over and it's time for the market to rebound. And from there on, we have seen a good run up. We have enjoyed the last 1.5 years because, well, it gave us good buying opportunities. It gave us good trading strategies. And we also do studies of sector-wise index. So, well, to see that last full year, we saw metal index, IT index outperforming. So metal index was the one which was really giving us good returns. It has given us a return of nearly about 60%. IT index, that is tech stocks, they have given us a return of 25%. And well, the others have not performed as much. So now let's see what our market tells us at this present scenario, where we are and what we foresee. So now, as you can clearly see, there are use of trend lines. Right now, we are seeing a good resistance coming. To those who are familiar with the market, I will tell you that we are seeing cluster of resistance coming at 15,950. Now, how do we know that? Because repeatedly we are seeing that there is a resistance. Market is failing to move past 15,950, and when you try to connect the dots of the highest high made, there is a trend line formation, and this trend line tells us, which we have shown it on our chart, that there is a resistance of 15,950. And similarly, a number of times when we have seen that when the market took off from the previous head and shoulder formation, we see that, well, with that trend line, the near-term support lies at 15,500. So for a very long period, so you can say right from the period May to we have finished July now, we have only been consolidating and we are in a sideways move. And look at the indicator over here. I have use the indicator, the RSI, that is the relative strength index. Well, which those who are familiar with, we all know that when RSI is in above 80 zone, above 70 zone, we are in an overbought. That means market is fully priced. And when it goes below 30, you know that market is ready, it is oversold, whereby it is ready to take off for an up move. So here right now, RSI is showing slight sideways to some negative divergence, whereby it is not showing strength right now for an upward move. So as clearly shown now with the use of the trend line, once we see a decisive move of 15,950, a breach of that level, and once Nifty sustaining above that, we have the next resistance level of 16,300 to 16,500. So assuming that once Nifty moves past 15,950 levels, we would be ready for a upward move. And otherwise, the contrarian view would be if 15,500 levels to 15,450 levels break down decisively, then there is profit booking that is going to set into the market, and we may also see the levels of 14,800, which we have seen in our chart with the help of trend line and other indicators also, like the Fibonacci, which we will be learning in the different slides. So right now, this is what the market is telling us. As long as we are hovering around 15,500 to 15,950, it is going to continue to be a sideways market, and it is going to show us a sector specific move. So Nifty level index would be under control, whereas you will be seeing rotational movement coming in most of the sectors. So as per the last week analysis, we saw that the metals are outshining. Metals are doing well, and they are continuing to do well. Likewise, selective IT stocks are also going to do well. But now, what is a favorable sector which one should get into? That we shall come gradually. So this is the write-up which I have given. As I just explained, we are using in the slide the moving averages, the trend line, and the RSI as the indicator. Now we come to Bank Nifty. So Bank Nifty comparatively has underperformed. We are waiting for a breakout because, well, as we see, those who have been in the market for a long time, we always see that all sectors move in rotation. So as we said that we saw good run up coming in metal, we saw good run up coming in the IT sector. Which are the sectors which are underperforming? Right now, it is the Bank Nifty. It is also the auto sector. And well, FMCG, there is not much steam left right now, but we will be seeing a particular or an individual stock in this sector moving. So overall, we can be hopeful seeing the auto index and also the Bank Nifty. Besides that, in the mid cap sector, well, we are seeing good run up. So there are a few sectors which look very promising even now. Like we have been mentioning about cement, to those who are repeatedly reading our reports and our write-ups, we have been repeatedly recommending cement stocks, we have been recommending sugar stocks. So these are the stocks, these are the sectors in the mid-cap sector which are looking promising. Besides that, of course, the textile sector also is showing a good boom in days to come. So right now, we are now on the large cap index side. We are now waiting for Bank Nifty to show us a clarity when it breaks out, and also the auto index. So right now it is Bank Nifty which has underperformed. As you can see in this particular chart, that we are seeing repeated resistance with the help of trend line, which we are showing at 35,500 to 35,800 levels. The minute we move past above this, it gives us the projection of 37,700, which was the previous high, and perhaps even the higher high as compared to that, to 39,800 to 40,000 levels. Right now, with the help of RSI, we see that there is fatigue in this stock. It is not giving us a clarity. In fact, it is showing us some weakness. But still, this sector also is continuing to stay in the range bound movement. So 34,000 for now has continued to stay as a support. So if 34,000 level breaks decisively, then there is a downslide of 31,700. So right now we would say that even in Bank Nifty, there are a few stocks which are looking promising. It is time to start accumulating. See, ICIC, we have been recommending right from 640 levels. It has breached and moved past 680. We are looking at 720. So of all the banking stocks, we are looking at ICICI, which is already our call, but now time to accumulate HDFC Bank, time to accumulate Kotak Bank, IndusInd Bank, because once we see a run up, so as I have given you the range, if by chance the Bank Nifty corrects to 34,000 levels or 32,000 levels, it is time to start picking up these frontline banking stocks, because we will be seeing a bounce back. And from there on, once we see a decisive move past 35,800 and 36,000 levels, it gives us a further conviction that this sector is bringing in a lot of strength, and we would be looking at these particular stocks, which will give us a good up move and good risk reward ratio. So what do we mean by favorable risk reward ratio? So risk reward, we always try to make a trading strategy which gives you a favorable risk reward. Risk means how much risk are you going to take. So if I give ICICI Bank at 640 with a stop loss of 620, but a target of 680, that means you are getting a return of right from 640 to 680 of 40 rupees, but the risk is 20. So the ratio comes to nearly 2:1. So that is how we try to make our trading strategies, which have got a favorable risk reward ratio. So right now, keeping in mind the support levels of Bank Nifty, we should be trying to accumulate, because once this sector takes off, you will be getting good returns from the front line. So among the front line, well, as I mentioned, it is ICICI Bank, it is HDFC Bank, it is Kotak Bank, Axis Bank, IndusInd Bank. So these are the stocks which are going to give us favorable returns. Now, there are a few stocks with the help of our trend lines and our bottoming out strategy, which we have chosen, and we will be talking about it now. So this is ITC, which is one of the stocks. Now, as you can see clearly, with the help of our trend line, we have seen that this stock has taken n number of times. The prominent support lies at 200. And now when you see, when I have drawn the trend line from the highest highs, joining the dots of the highest points of the pivot levels, we have generated a trend line, and whereby for once, ITC has crossed the trend line, which gave us a hope that yes, this is now out of the consolidation, it is gaining strength, and we would be looking for a next trading strategy target of 220. But it has once again retraced. But well, we have not lost hope, and we have not lost our positive bias, because it is currently taking support of our moving average. And even if it retests 200, we are still safe, because unless and until ITC breaks 200 levels, we say that this is time to accumulate. Though this has been a laggard, this has been a disappointment, but for long-term traders, this is a good buying opportunity to gradually see targets of 240, 260. But we need a conviction, because once it crosses 220, it will add to the conviction that yes, it is ready for the next price projection. So this is how we have now, we feel that in a market whereby most of the stocks and most of the sectors have run up, these are the stocks which have not performed, which have absolutely underperformed, and it's time for them to take off. So ITC is a good candidate for a buying opportunity. Next, we shall be going to Maruti. Among the auto sector, as I have been saying, that auto sector has not performed, and I don't see, because seeing the sales, and I see that well, there have been some problems regarding the raw materials and all also. But for long-term traders, if you see, I joined the dots of the lowest low points made, the Fibonacci also. This is the Fibonacci scale, which we have also shown to you. It has retraced and has taken at a support of 6,800 levels. So once we see that this stock crosses 7,200 levels, it is ready for a reversal. And so we have chosen Maruti, a good stock to be accumulated at around 6,800 levels. And once it crosses 7,200 levels, we are ready for a target of 76, 78, and so on. So this is once again a good buying opportunity with a favorable risk reward ratio. But yes, I would stress more at the support levels, because that would be a fair price to get into this stock. Now, besides this, in the auto sector, there are also a few stocks, that is the two-wheelers, whereby we have also generated a thematic report on that. And there are a few two-wheelers, to name a few, that is Bajaj Auto, Hero Moto, and also Eicher Motors, and the fourth one is TVS Motors. So three stocks of the two-wheelers, that is TVS Motors, Bajaj Auto and Hero Moto, they have got a favorable risk reward. They have not really participated in the previous rally, so they are technically well placed. So I have made a chart of Bajaj Auto, and I shall be explaining to you as to why this stock looks appealing at this level. Here is the stock of Bajaj Auto. As one can see that the stock has corrected marginally right from the previous high that it has made at around 4,400 levels. It has retraced and it has taken a support of a trend line. Now you see this is a candle made on Friday. We are seeing some signs of hope because we see a good bullish candle. It is a green candle with a reversal shown on the RSI indicator that I am showing here. Yes. So this is the RSI, whereby this is also from the oversold zone. It is showing a pullback. It has come out of the oversold zone that we are seeing that yes, this is a scope for a reversal over here, and this is giving us a good buying opportunity. So keeping a stop loss of 3,600 or 3,550 to be a bit more easy on the stop loss so that you can gain well. 3,550 should be the stop loss, and once this stock continues to get into the momentum, we will be looking at it for a target of at least 4,000 to 4,400 to retest the previous high, and perhaps then from there on we would have a relook as to how much strength this particular stock has. So this is a good buying opportunity again with the use of our indicators, and I'm stressing more on trend line because I'm not sure as to how our audience is, whether they are familiar with the indicators, are they seeing the charts or no, but this is simple. It is giving an eye appeal, and with the conjunction of the moving average and the trend line, we are seeing that this stock has got a good potential to move higher. So we have generated a buying strategy on Bajaj Auto. Now comes the stock Hindustan Petroleum. So this is a stock which is showing bearish right now, but at the same time, taking in mind the indicator RSI is already in the oversold. The Fibonacci ratio, so from the high of 310, it has retraced to around 61.8%. That is the retracement that we are seeing. So it can take a support. So this is a stock which one needs to look at around 250 levels. If we see a reversal in the RSI, and if we see this stock taking a support at 250 and showing a bounce back, a reversal, we will be ready for giving a buying strategy. So this is one stock which traders or investors need to have a look into because we have seen substantial correction. The overall trend is bullish and it is retraced to a good level, and now we have to wait for a reversal. So this is one stock which will give us a favorable risk reward ratio from the levels of 250. Now comes Tata Motors. As I have been saying that yes, auto sector looks promising, maybe not in a hurry, but will maybe 1 quarter. It may take a longer period to show us the bounce back, but it is time to start accumulating. So traders who are interested in doing SIP in such stocks, these stocks hold good as a SIP candidate because you see that these stocks are not running away in a hurry, but once it starts picking up momentum, you would have lost the good buying opportunity. So once again over here, with the help of a trend line, we see that this stock has taken and thrice or probably 4 times right now in the recent past, taking support at 280 levels, and it is showing us signs of bounce back. So keeping in mind a stop loss below 280, this stock can even go further up to 320 and 360 in days to come because it is supported with the trend line support. It is showing us a reversal. So this is again a good candidate for a buying opportunity. And as I said, not in a hurry. These are not trading stocks, but these are stocks which can be held as a positional or a longer period buy strategy. Now there are a few thematic reports which we have come out because after seeing good run up coming in IT sector, now in IT sector also we have seen most of the run up coming in Infosys, in Mindtree, in Mphasis, in Coforge, but there is one stock which is it has not participated in that. So it is most appropriate for long-term traders or long-term buyers to get into TCS because if you compare it with it's performed and it is ready for accumulation time. Now, in this current scenario, there are two thematic reports currently which we have come out with. So one is the fertilizer stocks. So fertilizer sector, as I have shown now, this is GNFC. Now, as you can see that GNFC, there are three stocks which we have chosen in the fertilizer sector. One is GNFC, that is Gujarat Narmada. The other one is Gujarat State Fertilizers. And the third one is RCF, that is Rashtriya Chemical Fertilizers. Now, once again, now that you are getting familiar with all our chartical presentation and the trend line presentation, we have used a similar study, that is RSI and the trend line study. You can see that GNFC has taken a good support at 350. It is getting into a trending mode and it is also breaching the previous high of 385 levels, as I can show you right here. The particular level 375, 380, it has moved past that and it is showing that the stock is ready for a takeoff for higher targets. So it would give you at least, and we have projected target of 450. So just see over here, the risk reward is so favorable. We have given this call at 385 with a stop loss of 350 for a return of 450. So that is what we mean by favorable risk reward. So people who are interested in getting into these stocks, kindly make a note of these levels, and I'm sure you will generate good returns of these strategies. The other one is GSFC. Similar pattern, this has been in a trending zone, and with the RSI, you can see that the stock is making higher bottoms and higher highs. So now it has got into the trend. Similar study was the previous low, it need not break the trend line, and that will bring conviction that it is ready for a takeoff. The RSI also has just retraced marginally, but as such, it is in an upward zone. So now, point to note over here also, when RSI gets into the 60 zone, that means it's ready, that the chart is ready to gather, pick up further momentum. It is ready to pick up further strength. So this stock also looks very promising, and we have generated a target of 140. So a call given at 117, it has closed at around, I think, 120, 122 levels, and with a stop loss of 103, ready for a target of 140. So once again, this is a very appealing stock to be accumulated from here on, to be bought now, also in decline, but the stop loss, because it's very essential when you are doing trades with the help of technicals. The most important and the essential thing is to observe stop losses, because if the trend changes and if you're still in the stock, rather than making money, you're ready to make a lot of big loss, and whereby it will deprive you to get into the trade again. So it is very essential. Traders getting into a trade has to have a fixed mind frame, has to observe stop losses, the predefined stop loss, and then wait for the target. Now, the third one, as I mentioned, was RCF. So RCF also, as one can clearly see, we are seeing the RSI coming out from the oversold zone, taking support. Look at the flat channel. It is a sideways move. And once it crosses 90 levels, we are ready for a target of 100. But still, it is at a very nascent stage. It is right at the support levels of the trend line and an attractive buying price. So stop loss is 75. The current market price being 80, that is the level where we had given. I think on Friday, we saw an up move coming towards 86, 87, and it closed at around 83, 84. So yet we have a good upside potential. So one can definitely consider this stock also as a good buying opportunity. So this is it with the thematic report for the fertilizer stocks. Now we shall be going, as I had spoken about the auto index, I shall be now going over to the thematic report on the two-wheelers. So as I mentioned, we have chosen three stocks. That is, one is Bajaj Auto, the other one is Hero Moto, and TVS Motors. So we did study of this stock. I won't repeat again, and just look for the target and the stop loss. Make a note of this and make your trading strategies accordingly. Then comes the other stock, that is Hero Moto. So Hero Moto, now if you see, this stock also is making double bottom. What do you mean by double bottom? It has taken support. Have a look at this. The previous support was at 2700, which I'm showing right here with my trend line, it has once again taken a support, so whereby it is showing signs of bottoming out, making a double bottom, and again the RSI coming out of the oversold zone, which gives us a very, very attractive risk reward strategy, because one can make a stop loss below the 2700 levels and buy the stock for at least 3000. And once the stock picks up, so our near term target would be around 2900, then to 3000 levels, and once it moves past, we can have a relook, and perhaps it could even test 3500. But well, it is not right to give you targets of 3500. We go step by step, because it needs to cross the hurdles of the near term resistances. So as I mentioned, the near term resistance is 2900 and then 3100. So for now, even at 2700, it is a good buying opportunity. So this is another stock in the two-wheeler sector that we have chosen. The third one is TVS Motors. So TVS Motors already has now shown, it has shown us a good bullish candle which occurred on Friday. And with the help of a trend line, this stock is in an upward trajectory. Let's have a look, because it is making higher lows and ready to make higher highs. But well, right now the prominent resistance, as you can see, the previous chart we studied about double bottom. Over here, we have seen double top right now. So for now, we would be expecting a target of 675. So that is what one needs to look into. And this is the trading strategy what we have generated with a stop loss of 550, and we aim for a target of 675 to 680. So I hope this helps. I hope this brings conviction and an understanding as to why you would be buying into these stocks, and as to what your target should be aimed at. So with this, I conclude my buying ideas, trading strategies. I'm open for questions and answers, please.
Thank you, Vaishali. That was a very insightful presentation. Friends, if you have any questions, we request you to put on the chat box. Vaishali can answer. Please type your questions on the chat box. Vaishali, you'll take it from the questions.
Sure. Any view on Riaja? Any insights on IndoCount? Okay, so IndoCount was already recommended, but you see the previous history, this stock has still a lot of scope for upside momentum. And well, we are seeing a good up move coming in whole of textile sector. So IndoCount is still a hold. Well, I would not recommend a buy, because it has already been, we have generated a buying strategy right from 170, 180 levels. And right now we are seeing good run up coming in. So it is a buy in decline, but if you have already bought, it is still to hold. IT sector, well, as I said, that it is continuing to do well, but right now I would look at TCS for a fresh entry. So auto sector, well, I have already expressed my view. Now, what strategies should we adopt for support and resistance? So as beginners, I think this should act very well. You can also use different combinations of moving averages for support and resistance. You can use Fibonacci levels in sync with another indicator. So I would say that single indicator in isolation should not be used. You have to use a combination of 2 to 3 indicators, whatever you suit yourself. Now, what about IT sector? Well, as I mentioned, that it should continue to do well, but now we are looking at sectors which have really not performed. Now, Godrej Properties, as I said, that realty sector is likely to do well. So we have been recommending Godrej Properties, DLF, IB Real, Indiabulls Housing, Suntech Realty. So overall, we are positive on these stocks. So the levels I can give it to you later on. Which IT stock not moved there was paused in, okay. So I just mentioned TCS is the stock which has not been performing. So it's a good attractive level to get into this stock. What about steel sector already overbought? Yes, it is, but overbought does not mean it should be showing weakness. Unless and until we see a reversal, I don't think there is anything to worry. But well, buying opportunity has been lost right now. So we would wait for a decline to get into the trade, but we have been recommending SAIL and Nalco and Hindalco and all time and again. So well, we continue to stay bullish. So one stock in metal index, I think you should consider is Hind Copper. Hind Copper with a stop loss of 133, you should get into the trade. Let's wait for some profit booking if it only emerges, and then get into the trade because positional upside bias is quite a bit. Any view on chemical sector? Yes, of course, they have done very well, but right now they are surged really high, so fresh entries you will have to wait. Cement also is a good stock sector, but well, right now, as I said, that these stocks have really run up, so I won't suggest. But well, India Cement still looks promising, and Grasim is also still okay, but Ultratech wait for some correction, and also Ambuja Cement. If it comes to 390, 400 levels, great buying opportunity. Overall realty, same view because overall realty index is looking positive. So like I said, of course, I agree. Banking index, it's not going to be bullish, but well, everything is cyclical. There will be a pain, there will be some more pain, perhaps one more quarter. But once things start settling down and all, and that is why we are looking at a good price because market always preempts. When the worst is over, maybe it is factored in the price. So technical analysis helps us to get into the trade before the news comes out and before we know that yes, we are on the road to recovery. So that is why I have given the level of banking index that, well, right now we are on a strong support of 34,000 and failing which we still have another support at 32,000 levels. So those are the levels where one need to, I'm not giving trading strategies as with stop losses or momentum trades. I'm asking to accumulate because this sector too has to participate. So wait for appropriate support levels because overall banking sector has not done well, but we had given our technical pick on ICICI and see the result. Right from 635 levels we have generated this call. We have already seen a high of 692. So sector wise and stock specific wise, it is worth considering. So global markets, of course, we are always governed by global markets. Right now, American markets and all, there is no issue. They are in a overbought zone, but till we don't see reversal, we would be cautiously positive. And as I've given the indicators, if you are in the market, you got to act fast. The once the support levels are broken, you are aware that you are heading for a good downside projection. So you have to trade. If you are a trader, you have got to hit your stop losses. If you are a long-term investor, you wait for a decline again to add up the good quality stocks. That is how one does. Well, Reliance, there is not much to talk about the levels. If 2000 levels are broken, we see downside. If 2050, 2060 level is crossed, we will see 2150, 2200 levels. Zomato is a new issue. It's not in my domain because I would give you my view only on basis of chart study. Adani stocks, well, I'm not tracking it right now. You can contact me later and I can give you my view on it. Minda Industries also currently, individual stocks, I will be able to give you only when you ask me during market hours. I shall be in a position to answer these questions. Because right now I don't have my chart open for all these stocks. I'm not in a position to answer individual stocks.
Vaishali, do share your email ID with everyone so that they can mail you in case they need to talk to you.
Sure, I shall just give my email ID right now.
Friends, we would also like to put on the chat box whether you found this session. How did you find this session? If you all can say useful, non-useful, whatever would be your comments, feedback. We'll really get motivated and appreciate your feedback. So please do put on the chat box your feedback on the session.
So I've just put my email ID on the chat box. So momentum, we try to give it for a day or two. I'm glad that this has been of use to you people, and I appreciate this, and looking forward to many more interactions and your participation.
Vaishali, thank you so much for your time on a Sunday, as well as thank you so much to all the attendees for taking out time on a Sunday. It is really, really nice to see people take out time for such kind of sessions. And looking at the feedback, we will arrange many more such sessions. I think somebody needs an email address. It's vaishaliparik@plindia.com. If you see the chat session, this Vaishali, put it once more, no?
Once again, I'm giving it.
So thank you so much, and do get in touch with us in case you need to talk about how to associate with us. You all can email at www.plbd@plinindia.com. I'm putting that email also. Sorry, plbd@plinindia.com. I'm putting that email as well on the chat box. And wish you all a very good weekend. I mean Sunday, and a great year ahead.
Okay. So thank you, everyone, and I shall take your leave and see you all soon.
Thank you, Vaishali.
Thanks.
Thank you guys. Bye.